Good afternoon and welcome to our Zen Garden. Our theme is space, our solar system and you. So we implemented our theme by basically picking like a whole bunch of different planets and aliens, things that you'd find in space. And kind of the idea is that you visit each planet and it kind of tells you what's going on there. So like over on the what's this about, it'll tell you what it's all about. And so it's a neat little way to reduce the amount of content or reduce the density of content while still having all of that content and making it fairly easily accessible. All you have to do is hover over them. And we chose the sidebar because, you know, every spaceship has a lot of knobs and buttons and a whole lot of gray because starships have a lot of metal and metal's gray and we can't afford paint. So that's what we're going with.
Yeah, and we had a lot of complications during making this website. So when we started making our grid and layout, it was like looking like it's gonna work how we were imagining it, but then we faced like a lot of complications and the code was not working, and then we tried a lot of different ways to fix it. So like together as a team we eventually, like, somebody started, then another one get other ideas how to fix the code, and then like with the total power of our team we fight it and we made it to look how it looks right now. My favorite part, I think, I really like to do like drawings and stuff, so making like drawings in SVG for the website looks pretty great for me because it can change the size pretty easily when you have a different screen width. So it's really neat to know this information by creating some illustrations on the website. So that's one of my favorite parts, is the illustrations by using SVG.
And some of the really interesting parts and difficulties that we had were specifically with the grid. Grid is kind of one of those things but it's really difficult to get your head around. And that's where we really found was our hard spot. That was our brick wall. Once that came down, everything else was pretty simple. The other part we had that was a little bit tricky was we kind of went backwards in our design, where we designed for the desktop, then we went down to mobile. But we worked through it, we got it ready, and it works. Some of my favorite things were the animations. Animations are so fun because you can make things come out, you can make things hover, you can make things change size, change color, you can make things move. One of the things that we did was we animated this alien right here, and if we refresh the page, you can see that he kind of jumps out at you a few times and spins on the way. So that's kind of fun. And then as we go down to mobile, you can see we've lined everything up, and here it's not really a hover, it's more of a click, but it still pulls up the information, it's still there, and it's still kind of fun to look at. Oh, sorry, apparently that file was not found. Point is, it's really fun to do CSS, and it was really difficult to be able to know exactly what to do with CSS, but figuring that out and not touching the HTML to make everything work the way you wanted it to, that was kind of fun, and that made things a little bit interesting. So those were our difficulties. Those were our favorite things. And it says Micah Clegg, Karina Finke, and Katie Walker with Space CSS. All right. Well, I have no idea if that's saved.